shapes who we are. Most everyone has that one book that sparked their love of reading, forever changing them. Great literature not only stimulates the mind, shaping a well-rounded learner by fostering vocabulary and analytical skills, but sparks the imagination, taking us to places or connecting us to ideas that we never knew possible. Dr. Autumn Nabors, coordinator for Chesterfield County Public Schools Department of Teaching and Learning, is here with us today to discuss a fantastic opportunity to engage our entire community around literacy. Welcome, Autumn.
Thanks, Amy.
So Chesterfield County Public Schools recently developed a new pre-K-12 literacy plan, and it's a little different than before. In fact, it actually speaks about the importance of engaging our families and communities around literacy. Can you talk to us just a little bit about what that means for families at home?
Sure, happily. I'll give you a little bit of background about the literacy plan. We were charged to create one, and we wanted to, again, like you said, do something a little different. So back in August, we created a committee that was not just our stakeholders internally in Chesterfield, but we wanted to make sure that we had experts in the field, universities, some nonprofit organizations that are focused on literacy, and parents that are part of this plan. And so over the course of the last 6 to 8 months, we've developed this plan around objectives such as, closing the gaps in literacy and differentiation. And one of the big differences is seeing literacy across content areas, that literacy is not just in our language arts and English classes, but finally, one of the key components of this literacy plan is really inspiring a culture of literacy, and that takes all community partners to be part of. So we're hoping to kick off this literacy plan this summer with some great literacy communications and connections to our community.
Well, and that's one of the things that we're talking about today. So the Great Chesterfield Read, and I would love for you to tell us a little bit more about that. And if you were to pick your one book, let us know what that is too.
Okay. Well, one of our curriculum specialists, Allison Costner-Holt, who's our elementary literacy specialist, had seen on PBS, they had this great American read. And there was just a kickoff of this PBS series just a few weeks ago. And as we're thinking about literacy and how to really engage our community members, we said, why not think about the Great Chesterfield Read? So this will be an opportunity over the course of the next year for community members, for students, for teachers, to principals, to all submit what they think is the book that inspired them the most. So you asked Amy, what book inspired me? And the book I would choose would be To Kill a Mockingbird. I think that book, for a number of reasons, as a former English teacher and as someone who's always thinking about the themes and the lessons that are in book, the lessons of acceptance and washing in someone else's shoes, the lessons that Atticus took, just stepping out of what the norms of his community was to do the right thing. And that whole idea of don't judge a book by its cover with the character Boo Radley, and not really, being able to really get to know people, that empathy. I love those themes of that book. I love teaching that book. And of course, my dog at home is named Harper Lee. So married to an English teacher right now, that book has become something that I hope my children adopt and love and embrace those lessons. And that would be my book.
So that would be your book. Well,
yes.
I have a few books that I'm thinking of right now that I'd like to submit. So if I'm out in the community, how do I go about doing that? As a parent or as a staff member, how can I make my pitch for my book?
Well, we are in the process of developing a submission form, so it's going to be really simple. It's 3 questions. What is your book? Why is it your book? And, do you have contact information we could reach out to you if you wouldn't to share more with others, either through some sort of social media, and to share a little bit more about your book. And so we'll have that available on our website. We do have the literacy plan. It does have a website, literacy.ccpsnet.net. And anyone can reach out to that. We should hopefully have the Great Chesterfield Read live on that website within the next week.
I am so excited about this. Thank you so much, Autumn, for coming and speaking with us today,
Sure.
for your time and expertise. And thank you for joining us on Engage Chesterfield.